CBS Daytime celebrates 30 years at #1, and I celebrate a birthday, but we're here for Restless Wrap-Up, so let's just get into that.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I'm just gonna let it go, because it's just so awesome.
Euphoric.
All right, guys. I am your host, Lacretia Lyon. As always, you can find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet, since there is only one. And we are here for the Restless Wrap-Up. But since I'm not alone, I have my lovely co-host, Abbey Scott, with me tonight.
Hi, guys. How are you doing? I'm so excited. And it was Lacretia's birthday on Friday, so we're celebrating a birthday and 30 years of CBS Daytime. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and all that lovely stuff, you can too below.
All right, guys, and don't worry, I am under 30, so there is some stuff that I want you guys to put in since you were there those first 2 years, I should say. Sorry, champagne for my birthday. So we'll definitely get to some phone calls later, but let's just quickly get into our storylines this week. So to me, this week was just sort of like clearing up last week. Let's start with Brash and Sassy, which has become the highlight of the week for me.
I know, right? That was a happening party. I don't know about, like I was telling you, I don't know about that intro or commercial. I don't know about that. It's a little sexual, but it is bare, so I mean, but yeah, they gave it up to Kane. It was like they pretty much admitted that Kane did everything, which I thought was really strange, because I would at least try, if I was Billy and Victoria, to say that I came up with something, but they were just like, it's all Kane. Kane did everything.
I kind of like that they did that, because I feel that they felt kind of bad, because I felt that Billy and Victoria were sort of getting to a good place, not just with each other, but just with Brash and Sassy, because Billy even tried to quit. And then
Tried.
Yeah, and I really liked Kane this week, and how, you know, he went to his family to try and get this started, and how supportive they were of him. The Winters family is always behind
They're
Kane.
always supportive.
Yeah.
The Winters family are the bomb.com. They are always supportive of everyone, especially Neil, and maybe he's rubbing off on Lily a little bit, but not when it comes to Hillary. She always has those one-liners with Hillary no matter what. Even when Hillary's doing the right thing, she has to kind of jab at her, which I don't know. Really.
I like it to an extent, but it's like, girl, give up the ghost. Your husband's way hotter. I love Brighton, though.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I think, Kane is way cuter. But it doesn't matter. She just, I don't know what she has up her butt about Hillary, but I don't know what it will take for her to ever be civil with her. She always kind of has to be, you know, like I said, slight her in some way, even when she's, you know.
Yeah, and I have to say, I so expected Hillary to go dirty and to show those videos for GC Buzz, and she kind of wanted to. And I feel that that's not, you know, out of the question because of how bad the reviews were. But I do give Hillary credit for listening to Devon and not showing that. And
Well, she kind of had to listen to Devon.
Yeah.
He like threatened to completely shut it down if she went in that direction. But I agree with Hillary on this one. It's like they're pretty much asking for it, you know? So it's like she's just reporting the news, the gossip, and they're putting it out there. She had to like edit that, you know, all of pretty much everything out. She had to edit it to actually make them look good. And they knew they were sitting there down for an interview, and they just acted like complete buffoons. So their fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did like how, like, Billy and Victoria and everyone, and even Lily were, like, begrudgingly say, okay, Hillary made this not look like such a train wreck. We got to give it to her. And it was just so funny because none of them said it, like, in a, oh, thank you so much, as in, I guess we're going to have to give her a compliment.
Yeah. Well, they were watching it expecting to see a train wreck. They were just waiting. Billy's like, wait for it, Mom, wait for it. But so they were really surprised that Hillary kind of took that stance. You know, it was really Devon, not Hillary. But I think it was a bad move. But like I said, Devon's the one with the money, I guess. So he's the one kind of telling them what to do. So.
And I'm glad that he's sort of taking more charge, because I remember at the daytime Emmys, I asked Brighton James, how do you feel about taking a backseat to your wife? And now luckily it's starting to change. And we have some good comments in the chat. Like Taylor Jones says, Abby, you look gorgeous, and so do you, Lacretia.
Ooh,
sweet.
Taylor, thank you for the compliments.
And then Doula Man is like, yes to the Winters. Hillary deserves it. And oh, it's coming.
Oh,
on
more
Hillary,
about us,
isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, and Heidi 19 says Devon got his balls back this week, just like Jack.
Just like Jack. Yeah, the guys are seeming to really, step up to the women, because the women do on Y&R. They take over, okay, in Genoa City. But like I said, GC Buzz is not going to last this way.
No.
So they're going to have to take a turn. And I'm just surprised on how Devon will take it, if him and Hillary will break up. Does she have money? Can she buy it? I was thinking that. I was like, why don't you just buy it from him?
Hillary has no money unless they get a divorce, and, because they don't have a prenup, she'd get half, I guess. Because they've said that Wisconsin must be a community property state. Sorry, this may be California, but I'm from Texas, where you don't get shit.
I love it. So yeah, I'll be very surprised to see when that takes a turn, because there's just way too much gossip in Genoa City to keep it kosher. I don't know what the word is. I'm like, to keep it like,
works, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like there's just way too much going on. This person's sleeping with that person, sleeping with that person. So I mean, it's gonna get dirty, and it's supposed to be like TMZ. Come on.
I know, and that's the funny part is, like, Angelica McDaniel, who's the head of CBS Daytime, her husband Brian was playing, sort of himself, and then David Faustino, Bud Bunny from Married with Children, was sort of the Harvey Levin character.
I love that.
It's so pulling in TMZ, which is really cute nod if you know a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff. And yeah, like, everybody is loving Devon. Doulaman says, Devon was a man this week. Heidi 19's like, yes, he was. Taylor Jones, Devon is turning back into a badass that he used to be. And Doulaman even says, yeah, Jack had Victor's balls this week. It's funny. We love balls here, apparently.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that. I was like, I'm trying not to say balls, and you guys are saying it a million times, but we love you guys anyways. You say it for me. But yeah, no, I agree. Jack is on fire.
Yeah, I really love that he's after Victor, and I like that this is sort of where Phyllis has kind of inched her way back in.
Yeah, she found her way back to Jack's heart, revenge on Victor. That's the only thing they really have in common right now. So she's using that to kind of get back in his good graces. And I wonder if it's going to work. I mean, Ashley has her card, but, Jack is... like, he's seeing red right now.
Yeah.
He's so blinded by his rage and his hate for Victor that it may bring him and Phyllis back together. You never know.
Pun intended. He's seeing red right now.
I know, right? You always pick up.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. We'll do our own effects.
Yeah.
I love it.
But yeah, and that's the thing is I really like the direction of we have everybody sort of going into this power struggle, and that's really basically what Y&R has been for so long. It's a power struggle. And there was some really like funny Billy and Jill moments like that I loved this week, and I'm so glad that she's supporting her son for once instead of Kane. Like, she is supporting Kane, and he sucked up to her like in the thing. It was so funny. But yeah, there was one point where I swear to God, Jess Walton did not know that Jason was going to say this line, because I saw it on her face. She laughed when she's like, yeah, you'll find yourself in the gutter in your underwear sometimes. And he's like, what did he say exactly? It was like, yeah, if you're lucky. And then she just laughed. I rewinded it so many times.
Oh my God. I wish we could cue that up right now. That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, Kane is, he definitely kisses Jill's butt all the time. But, I mean, compared to Billy, I mean, anyone's going to look amazing next to Billy. Billy doesn't even try. He tried to quit. I mean, she's given him every opportunity to step up. Let's see if he actually does step up.
Yeah, I feel that the end of this week, we had a good understanding between Victoria Kane and Billy, and that Victoria and Billy really noticed the Kane's contribution and really put that up, and I liked that Billy seemed to be in a better place.
Yeah, absolutely. But they do need to step up. I mean, they keep saying that it's, us three, and that we if it wasn't for Jill, but it's like Kane's the one really doing all the heavy lifting. And it's funny because I think they've said that heavy lifting a million times. Yeah. And especially Lily's the one that's like, Jill, do you know that Kane's doing the heavy lifting? Oh, Kane's doing the heavy. I'm like, if you guys say that one more time, and then I just said it because it's like in my ears, it's in my head. But it's so true.
Yeah, and I love that Lily is such a good supportive wife. And that's the thing, is like in the whole Winters family, as we talked about, are supporting Kane in this. And that's great to see. And it's nice to see these families come together. But yeah, as some are breaking apart, like Abbey and Stitch.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, the chat's going crazy.
I know.
Cheyenne, I hate how Lily acts like Neil and Devon walks water and sings to birds. Neil kidnapped Hillary for months and Devon almost to prison. Yes, this is true. Yeah, Lily needs a better storyline as well. Yeah, she does. Like, we've been saying that for a while, that Lily needs a better storyline other than giving Hillary a hard time all the time. Or supporting Kane. It's like she needs to find her own identity outside being a great wife and being a terrible sister-in-law.
Yeah.
I'm like, would that make what she is, a sister-in-law? Yeah.
Yeah, and they talk about Jill, too. Heidi says, too, about Jill getting a better storyline than always pushing Billy and Victoria together. And I do feel that, especially when Jill's in scenes with Victor, we are getting that. It's coming. Just like with Lily, I feel that Lily's going to get more involved at Brash and Sassy, and that's what I'd like to see. Because, yeah, like we talked about earlier, the Bear by Brash and Sassy commercial, which was Amber Lancaster from The Price is Right due to the celebration this week. But, yeah, let's have Lily as the model. She used to be.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and I feel like, they're trying to get Victoria back at Newman. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I feel like they're pushing for that. But yeah, Jill needs to give it up. But kind of, I feel a little bit of sexual tension between Victoria and, the name's escaping me.
Billy again.
Billy.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like, especially when he walked in on her, like half naked or with her dress down, I was like, oh my God, and he was just like staring and gawking at her.
I really love that scene though, because she's like, she doesn't want to ask for help and he wants to help her, but then she's like, Victoria has so much pride, and that's why I can so relate to her in a lot of ways. It's like, I'd be the same way, like, no, not you, anyone but you. But she really does just tend to let go when it comes to Billy, because there is that love there, and it's not just about their kids. And that's what I almost feel that Jill is going to get her wish eventually, because especially with the lights go out, and especially if they get stuck in that elevator together, sex is going to happen. That's what always does. And I feel so bad for Travis, but I feel that they're testing Travis with Abbey.
Right?
Yeah, because that Abbey is having marital problems with Stitch.
Yeah. I know. At the Brash and Sassy party, I saw Travis and Abbey talking, and they kept cutting to them, and I was like, are they hinting at something? And I really felt the tension between Victoria and Billy. So I was like, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? But Travis is so hot. Come on. Well, Jason Thompson is hot too.
Oh, big time.
Well, you have to hear him on that from Lacretia. But he is. He they're both really good looking guys. But I definitely feel like, with Abbey and Stitch, that something's going to happen, and that Travis, like I said, more stuff is going to come out about Travis. And I think that Victor already knows about Travis. I feel like almost Victor brought Travis into the picture, which I think will be crazy, because why would he do that to his daughter? But I feel like he knew about Travis, and that he was making a phone call. Should we jump to that now?
Yeah.
I'm like, let's jump to that. He was making a phone call with a mystery person. Was that Travis?
To me, I feel that this whole mystery person, and you'll see later with my interview with Mara McCaffrey, is that Natalie's coming back. I feel that she's working for both Jack and Victor on the sides, like being their hacker and sort of playing both sides like she was before. And this will be a good way to bring her back in and use her skills, because, that girl just likes money. And I like her.
Money, 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 money.
But yeah, and Gisela Erickson says, I think you're right. I see Travis and Abbey affair.
Yeah.
And then Heidi19 points out what I said last week. Then Abbey will have gotten another one of her sister's exes. LOL. And
Oh my God, yeah.
that's my only reservation, because I have to say Melissa Ordway and Michael Rourke would make beautiful babies if they weren't and Melissa's already married with a baby of her own.
Oh my
But
God, let's talk about Melissa Ordway's husband.
Yeah.
He is Justin Gatson, I believe his name is. Ooh, he is gorgeous, but we're not going to put that. It's already on. We already put that out to the universe. He is.
They're just like the most beautiful people on the planet, and we appreciate that they make beautiful babies too.
Yeah, well, they adopted their baby, which is beautiful, and looks like it is their baby because it's so beautiful. But oh God, we can go on and on.
Everybody
about
on the show is so pretty,
people,
but yeah,
right?
and I know that's my only reservation with Abbey and Travis is that they already went that way with Stitch, but it doesn't feel the same to me for some reason. Because Victoria sort of pushed Stitch to Abbey. And with this, I don't think she's going to like it. And this will cause some conflict. Again, go back to the Abbott Newman thing. So that'll be interesting to see what But Victoria, when it comes to Billy, she's always like, drop that other guy. Like,
Yeah.
And I get it, especially now that Jason Thompson plays Billy. He's just such an adorable F-up.
He's a star. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much he messes up.
Yeah.
He's still adorable. But yeah, no, I definitely feel an affair coming with Abbey. I mean, she was kind of misplaced at the party. What was she, like a chaperone or something?
Yeah, she's like, I'd put me on chaperone duty or whatever.
Yeah, it was like, okay. And then she happened to end up talking with Travis the whole time. I don't know. But he kept giving, like, compliments to Victoria. He's like, all I need, like, do you want anything? All I need is right there. It's like, can you be any more corny, Travis? I mean, you're adorable and gorgeous, but, I mean, that was pretty corny, right?
Oh, I loved it, though. And that's the thing, is, like, I like Travis and Billy. I wish I was Victoria sometimes. I'm like, yeah, you get all the good ones.
Right? She does. She really does. And what was it? Is she married to Thad
Luckinville in real life, that was JT on the show, and they have some beautiful kids. I've literally run into Amelia Henley and their children at Whole Foods so many times. Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah, she always gets, they're really cute guys on the show. I do notice that. To be Victoria Newman.
Yeah, and I love Gisela Erickson points out, Abbey cheated with Summer's husband and didn't feel that bad. I'm like, well, did you see Austin? And he really wasn't that into either one of them, by the way. Like,
oh my. The cheating
pretty.
life is real on Young and the Restless.
And it's a soap opera. And then Heidi points out, that affair did come out of nowhere. At least this one, they're sort of laying it. And I feel like all these allusions to Travis and the previous boss's wife is like everybody's expecting that sort of to be what he had with Victoria. But
so it would be...
Or boss's daughter.
Boss's daughter.
Yeah.
Well, they're both the boss's daughter.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's why I was like, he already had Victoria, so now he's going to have to go with
the
Abbey.
other boss's daughter. Oh my God. That would be really, scandalous of Travis.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
He's got a type, just like Victoria.
Oh my. Drama is real here on Young the Restless.
Yeah, and I guess, Abbey at least is like clearly shown she's not in love with Stitch and never really was, and I feel bad, but at the same time it's like, all right, let's just fix that, move on to something else.
They need to move on. That is really getting uncomfortable to watch them have their conversations about like the same thing over and over again, and it's just like the moment where she's just not that into you. Like, can't you see it? She pretends like she has all this work. I mean, that was the most uncomfortable scene I've ever watched on Young and the, well, maybe not on Young and the Restless, but she was literally like, okay, yeah, we can go out. Oh wait, never mind, I have something. It was just really uncomfortable,
Yeah, and Dooliman points out, so what about Stitch then? And it's like, I feel that, they sort of seem to test Stitch with Mariah, and as much as I like Mariah and Kevin together, I like Kevin and Chloe too. And it's like, I want to see Mariah move on and then Kevin pine for her. So if Mariah moves on with Stitch, or as I keep pointing out, Devon should have a triangle with Abbey and Mariah. But some people think that's puke worthy.
Yes, I know. You keep saying
I know.
it. Everyone in the chat room goes crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think Abbey has a better chance with going after Travis
right
than
now.
Devon. So I think that's probably going to be something that happens. It's just so much drama.
Yeah, and Heidi 19. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, Heidi 19. I don't know. After
Yeah.
Dylan leaves, he won't really have a reason to be in Genoa City if he and Abbey get divorced.
And Durleman's like, ooh, not Mariah, though. I'm like, I love Mariah, and I really just want her to be with a good guy for a while, because so much heartbreak is coming for her because
Yeah.
of how much she's helping Sharon and hurting herself just because she so wants this family. And that's why I could see her with an older, more mature man like Stitch.
Like Stitch, yeah.
And that would be a nice change for her, and sort of give Kevin that, well, I'm losing my best friend sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because Chloe and Billy had that scene with Delia's
Oh,
death. Yeah.
I know. A lot of sexual tension surrounding Billy. Hey, but yeah, I don't know if they're really pushing Billy and Chloe back together. I mean, they definitely share, Delia in common, and they're both still struggling. But I think Chloe's doing really well, and she even sees that Billy is struggling even more than she is. And I don't know, maybe she's going to come back around and support him and help him kind of get on with his life, because I think he's acting out because he's so unhappy, and that's why he's not doing well at work, and that's why he's fighting with Victoria and getting into trouble. I mean, look what he did with Jack and Phyllis, and I think it's just him acting out.
Yeah, and to me, that scene for both of them was so real. And as much as I sort of hate Delia's death being brought up all the time,
Yeah.
it is a matter of the scene between the two of them, and then Victor's scene as well for Adam. I really liked those moments because and I talked to Elizabeth Hendrickson, and we'll see that later, or if you've already seen it on our Facebook page, is that, she's sort of hinted at getting more involved with Billy as Chloe, and the thing is she's sort of going back and forth of whether Kevin's the dad or Billy, or could be someone else, but I feel that it really is just going to depend on how the chemistry test worked. And I thought that, Jason and Elizabeth had some pretty good chemistry, just like she's always had with Greg. And when you have someone like Mariah, and then you've had Natalie, like, Kevin has a lot of options. Right now, Billy's pretty much screwed the pooch on his. Like, I really, as much as I liked Billy and Phyllis, I don't think they're an option, because she's pretty much made her choice.
Yeah.
And then
Didn't you notice that? It was like, Billy who? Ever since Jack found out about the affair, it's just been like no scenes with Billy and Phyllis, and it's really like she forgot that she even had those emotions and those feelings with him, which is kind of scary. It's like, are you like cold-hearted bitch? Where he's like, I just don't know how you turn off those kind of emotions. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Okay, I'm not like Phyllis. Poor Mariah Taylor-Jones.
Yeah.
Mariah, let's talk about how she almost got caught at the jail with Paul.
I know.
That was like, I was like at the edge of my seat. I was like, is he gonna see her? Is this really gonna happen right now? But yeah, he just walked by, of course.
Yeah, and that's the sad thing, is like, where are they gonna go with Polly? I love what Patty calls him. It's sweet and brother sisterly. But yeah, where are they gonna go with Paul after Dylan leaves? And it's sad to see, but maybe they could have Paul be more involved with, actual police work, and Kevin, and sort of being fatherly to other people like Kevin and Mariah, because he does seem to have that care for them.
Yeah, and there's always crimes in Genoa City, so we need Paul.
and as I feel, is what Mariah doing wrong? Yes, but everyone's going to understand her point of view versus Sharon, which Sharon is like, honey, and I talked to Sharon Case about her crazy eyes. It's so
I know.
funny.
That's so funny because you said that, and I was like, I cannot believe she just said that to Sharon Case, because she does have crazy eyes. When she gets in that like she definitely acts with her eyes when she plays Sharon Newman. Yeah.
Yeah, and
She's not Sharon Newman anymore.
And that is the thing. I know, I even called her that because I'm so used to her being Sharon
Newman, right?
And I'm like, oh wait, no, it's McAvoy now. And then
Let's also talk about how strange it was when Dylan asked Nick to sleep over. It's like only in Genoa City or Young and the Restless would the husband ask the ex to stay over with the wife. You know,
and
it's like,
they're
come on.
brothers. I know my mom is like, wait, isn't he her ex-husband? And because she doesn't really watch this one, and I'm like, yeah, but they're brothers, and they seem to be cool with it. And this isn't the first woman named Sharon. I'm like explaining it. She's like, they're messed up on this show.
I know, right? They are. That's why you have to watch the show. You can't have someone explain the show to you. It's way too confusing. But when you're like immersed in it, you're like, yes, he slept with that person's wife and that brother, and then you know your stuff. Except for me when I just had a brain fart when it came to Billy's name. I was like, I picture his face.
But yeah, we've got some good comments in the chat about all of them going through because we're blasting through this so we get you guys in here. But Gisela Erickson says, I could see Stitch with Chelsea. I can't stand her with Nick. I could see Stitch and Chelsea, but I do like her with Nick. But I always feel that there's some conspiracy to get Nick and Sharon back together eventually. But
yeah. True.
And Doolman says, I think shit should turn evil. And Cheyenne thinks Devon and Mariah are puke-worthy, much like people think him and Abbey. Why do people not like Devon?
I know. He's so sweet.
He's cute.
And he won an Emmy for his performance, you know.
And he was on Family Matters. Yeah,
he's amazing. But yeah, it's hard to kind of fit him with the right person. I think Hillary is the best person for Devon right now. How did they leave Patty have a visit after a breakdown? How did they let Patty have a visit after a breakdown?
Yeah, that was sort of a WTF moment there.
Yeah.
But I feel that it's just to drive the story right now. And that's why I love Patty, is Patty always comes in for these big reveals. We know it's going to come out for sweeps because there was almost this hint that Sharon was going to spill it to Nick and Mariah stopped it.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I think, like I said, it's the storyline that's really pushing Patty, and they want to keep you on the edge of your seat. Like, is Patty going to, spill the beans on Sharon? Or is Sharon going to come clean? I think Mariah gave Sharon the best advice. And this is what I think Sharon should do. Will she actually do it? Who knows? But she should definitely let everyone know so she's in control of it. Because if she lets them find out, everyone is going to hate her. She's going to go to jail. It's not going to be pretty. She's probably not going to go to jail. She's going to go to the loony bin. She's going to go with Patty. She's going to be with Patty. They're not going to be, like her picture with her open arms in the sunshine. No, Patty, it's not going to happen.
Oh, poor Patty. I love Patty, though. And I hope, I like that she is this recurring character to always sort of wrap things up. Because Stacey Haydock is amazing.
Oh, yeah, she's an amazing actress. She really is. And, that's why I hope there's more to this character. Because right now, she's, other than her breakdown, she hardly talks when they go in the room. Except for when she talks to Sharon, then she has it all together.
Cuckoo versus cuckoo.
Right?
They understand each other.
For Cocoa Puffs. I love it. Sharon never reveals her secrets. LOL, Heidi. Heidi, you are right. Yeah. But maybe not this time. Maybe not. Maybe Sharon will reveal to Nick.
I mean, that's what they're teasing next week, but we'll see, because it's not November yet.
What does he, fall over something? He falls out off the couch or something? I don't know.
It's silly.
something silly happens. But yeah, I always pictured Sharon and Nick together, so I think it probably will come back around, but he has to make his stop at Chelsea first.
I know, we want that for now.
That sounds so bad. Make your stop at Chelsea.
But that's how soaps work, and I guess that's really sort of it in our condensed version for the week that was in Genoa City. So let's do some quick news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Well, I hope you guys are seeing what I am, these two very good-looking men here, Billy Miller and Steve Burton, because, of course, I knew this was going to happen, but as soon as the news that Steve Burton was leaving Y&R, did I think that they were going to start to say, well, is he going back to claim his role over at General Hospital as Jason Quartermain, Morgan, Jake Doe, whatever you want to call him right now, and leave Billy Miller out in the cold? And there's already rumors swirling that Billy will be coming back to Y&R, who he played Billy Abbott, which Jason Thompson, though, is killing the role right now, and I don't see that happening. I know some people have speculated that Steve could come back as his character and that, Billy could be Jake Doe, the Comatose, but that's GH. That's another show just before us. But what do you guys think? Like, I loved Billy Miller as Billy Abbott. He really did a great job in the role, but Jason is killing it. And I would kind of not have a good taste in my mouth if they did that switch, unless it was Jason's choice, which I don't think it will be, because he's doing so much press and really helping.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know Billy Miller personally, so I do want him back on the show. But yeah, like I said, Jason Thompson, he's been Billy for a really long time now, and he's doing an amazing job. So it'd be kind of strange to kind of pull him out of that character just to put Billy Miller back. Yeah, I don't see it happening until it's Jason's choice.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that's just sort of the right thing to do. And Gisela Erickson brings a good point. She wants Billy Miller back, but however, they've swapped that role too many times. And I agree that if no one had really warmed up to Jason, I could see it, or that, if there was behind the scenes drama, but everybody loves Jason. That's all I hear, and then he's so wonderful. So if you want to bring Billy Miller back on here, which I don't know if that's his choice or whatever, that's fine, but let him do something else. Let him be
Young and the Restless?
Yeah, let him be.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm like, can they bring him back as someone else other than, I don't know, other than Billy?
They've done that before, because Sarah Joy Brown came back to General Hospital, and she was the original Carly Benson at the time, later became Corinthos, or many other marriages. But yeah, like, she played a different role because everybody loved Laura Wright as Carly. So that's interesting. But yeah, a lot of the viewers say, Anne Boleyn agreed, Jason Thompson needs to stay put. He's fantastic. Heidi 19, love them both, but I want Jason Thompson to stay. And Gisela, I like your idea. Secret twin.
Yeah. Too bad they don't look like.
Yeah. They're both hot. That counts.
Yeah. They're both hotties, so...
Yeah.
We will see, to be determined.
Exactly. So let's get to the Paley Center for Media exhibit. You'll see me behind Victor Newman's desk. They did a replica at the Paley Center for Media here in Beverly Hills that is free for you, and it is here till November 27th. So whenever the Paley Center for Media is shown, you can literally walk through a lot of scenes from Genoa City, and it's so cool.
So cool.
And they also have like The Bold and the Beautiful, Price is Right, all sorts of other CBS daytime stuff, which is great. And again, it's free. So if you can get the plane ticket, they're pretty cheap right now, guys. Just come on in and check it out.
Thanks for telling me, Lacretia.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she's telling me and you guys all at the same time. That's really cool. That's a great, thing for, everyone that's soap fanatics, that you can have a piece of the, like you're going to be on set of The Young and the Restless.
I know, and I know my pictures don't do it justice, but Abbey Newman herself, or Abbey Newman Stitch. It's like, what does she go by now?
Stitchless?
Yeah.
No, she goes as Abbey Newman, doesn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
She keeps Abbey Newman.
Melissa Ordway did a great tour that I'd love for you guys to see, just in case you can't make it to LA by the end of November.
Right here is the wheel. I've rolled it a few times. There's a trick to it.
I've waited my whole life for this.
Well, I'll show you how it's done.
Get out of the way.
$1. That's actually pretty good.
She really outshined me as a host, Ethan. I'm just like...
Give it 3 taps, it goes to $1 every time.
She's just so wonderful. And even when I was at The Price is Right, she was there. And with Daniel Goddard, yeah.
Let's do car pong.
Everyone's favorite game from Let's Make a
Deal. Okay, let's see. How are you feeling? Are you feeling lucky? I clearly am not.
I mean, $500 if you want to call that lucky. Oh.
Someone played a lot of beer pong. I was so good before.
That's so
Oh, yeah,
funny.
that went in. Let's go check
There's
out
so
what our
much
story
more.
is.
Let's go
So
see.
much more.
So this is from the opening credits of The Bold and the Beautiful, and I think it's time for a walk-off.
It's a walk-off.
That is so funny.
I know.
I'm ready for my close-up.
And Melissa Ordway could have easily been a Price is Right model.
So let's
Oh,
go check out
absolutely.
the
Yeah.
exhibit. Rachel.
Rachel.
James.
Oh,
No shirt.
who's this guy?
Only one with no shirt. All of them have shirts on.
Apparently they put me in here with
Someone
clothes
works
on,
out.
but no one knew who it was. So they had to take it off and be like, oh, that's that guy from Price is Right. Never has a shirt on.
Oh, Uncle Jack, it's Peter.
Yeah.
Hi, Peter. Oh, Mel. Beautiful as ever.
I love it.
Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my
Oh.
daddy.
My friend Lex, who was working the camera, was terrified of those cutouts because he did not know who they were, and I literally had to explain all of them to him.
Oh my god.
Chocolate. And
This
it's
is
not
an
all bad.
amazing
Say,
exhibit. I am definitely going there. I'm going to take Mama Jude. That's my mom.
That's awesome.
Newman's desk. This is iconic. My daddy, Victor Newman, right behind me. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting called.
See, she had to do the same thing. We all just had to sit at Victor's desk.
Get out.
I love it.
I'm channeling a little Victor Newman. Wow. So this is the very first script of The Young and the Restless right here, and right here inside this case is one of Bill Bell's copies of the script, and he always edited his scripts in red pen, and so you can actually see his penmanship. This is crazy. This is so iconic. The most important exhibit in this whole place.
The most important,
The most
really?
important. This is
Wow.
my Halloween costume from last year. I was
No way.
the Great Gatsby, and I look so good, right?
This is
Yeah, I
a
love the
exhibit
costumes.
from the talk from an
Yeah.
episode called Rocktober, a Halloween episode where they dressed up in these fine costumes. And
Oh,
had a
that's pretty much
lip-sync
it
battle.
for
We actually won
Y&R,
an
showing
Emmy
all
for
the
this
little parts
episode.
of the exhibit. But that's not it for all the fun we had last week for CBS Daytime celebrating #1 for so long. Several of the cast members were on the talk, and I just thought this clip was so funny because they really thought that Crystal Hill had chlamydia. Offended.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, play the clip.
We're celebrating CBS Daytime at #1 for 30 years, and for 37 years, you've entertained Y&R viewers as Genoa City's leading lady.
Oh no,
Whoop.
Nikki Newman, come back.
Yeah.
And together with Victor, you become one of daytime television's most beloved and tumultuous couples. So what keeps drawing the two of you back together again?
Well, we're in love. We're very passionate in our love. We may not be together, but we still underneath love each other. That we just have, we have that elusive chemistry that nobody can really understand. And we feel it, and the audience sees it, and it just keeps pulling us back together, and we adore each other. I actually think Victor and Nikki are very much alike. If you think about it, you may agree with me.
Yeah, they
And
both
so
came up
that
from
causes
nothing.
some
I totally
friction.
agree with that.
But,
And Melody and
thank God
Eric
it's still
are very
going on
close, and it's
after.
very sweet. I know, like, Eric has nothing but nice things to say about her, and even Sharon Case was so surprised.
Reformed bad boy
Yeah.
Michael Baldwin.
Yeah, I love Christian LeBlanc.
You have been married to, your character's been married to Lauren.
Love of a good woman.
Who's played by Tracy Bregman for 11 years, so you're actually one of the longest relationships there.
Might be the longest unbroken. Yeah, we've never been divorced, so yeah. I get that one.
Even when she
But
cheated,
I
Michael
heard you
took her
guys act
back.
like husband and wife off camera as well.
Yeah, the great gift we had from the beginning, because you're thrown into these intimate situations without knowing each other, was that Tracy and I were comfortable from the get-go. And I don't know if you can set that up. It's like Victor and Nikki, you can't make it up. And there are a few situations where, the couple's at a nightclub and we're doing the scene, we're listening to music, holding hands as a loving couple. They'll break for a 5, and I remember Christoph St. John, Neil, came over and was like, "You're still holding hands, what's wrong with you?" And you'll forget. And when she picks out clothes, she goes, "I mean, I'll be naked in the streets." Tracy literally takes me shopping sometimes. After
her
these
style
years,
is phenomenal.
you form
She's
these
so
relationships.
beautiful.
Sometimes you're with your work compatriots longer than you are with your family for long stretches of time, and that's well, how lucky to have two families. I mean, you guys know that.
They really are a family.
You've been playing Lily Winters for almost half
Oh
of
yeah,
your life.
this is the
Wait
funniest
for it.
story.
Major
Wait
storyline
for
was
it.
when you met up with an internet predator and you called chlamydia. Okay, so
From Kevin.
My brother you're talking about.
so wait, how did the fans react to you catching chlamydia?
This chlamydia storyline has followed me for 14 years.
So you're saying you still have chlamydia?
There's a Y in it too.
Chlamydia's gone, but I did. I did have a fan come up to me one time and thought I really did have chlamydia, and she was like, "Oh, are you taking your pills?" Oh, and I
That's
was
terrible.
like, "Oh, no, I don't have chlamydia."
Pretending.
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's
pretending.
You hear that?
Now, Jason, you took over the role.
And as much as I'd love to hear about
Billy
Jason,
Abbott
we got to
and
go to our
Jack.
next clip of Peter Bergman on The Price is Right this week. Jack is having so much fun in this clip, which is nice to see since he's sort of back to his bad boy ways right now. And I love Drew Carey, by the way. I do have an interview with him as well.
Special for Renee from Memphis.
Our internet is hating us today.
From the Young and the Restless, it's Peter Bergman in your new.
I'm sorry, who wouldn't want Jack to drive up in that new car?
That's a nice car.
Yeah.
Rear-wheel drive, plus all weather formats and paint fabric protection.
And Peter
It's the
Bergman,
Mazda
all
Miata.
inclusive.
Brand new Mazda Miata. Hey, Peter, what's going on, buddy?
How are you?
Nice to see you. Hey, Renee.
Hey,
Peter
Renee.
Bergman.
Wow.
Why don't you tell Renee what's going on?
Well, you're playing Lucky 7, and my car is for sale. For $1.
$1.
And I happen to have $7 on me right now.
How about that?
They're yours.
Come on over here. Come on over here. Come over here, Peter. Playing a game called Lucky 7. Exactly. I'm going to show you the first number of the price of this Mazda Miata.
All right,
two.
yeah, and Josh Morrow and Jason Thompson were also on this episode of The Price is Right, if you guys can find it, if you didn't happen to catch it. But let's get to Sharon Case on the CBS Daytime red carpet. Sharon Case from The Young and the Restless with me. Sharon is a bit of a crazy person right now. What do you think, Sharon Case, about Sharon Newman?
I love her. She's just the right amount of ridiculous. You know, but she's got so many sides to her. You know, over the years I've gotten to play a lot of different aspects to her character. Not just crazy, but, you know, she's serious for a while and had a job, and she's a great mom. And, you know, there's a lot of great stories, great family stories, all kinds of things.
Yeah, speaking of family stories, you've got a really big one ramping up about the reveal of Sully being Christian. What do you think Sharon's gonna do when she finds out, when everyone finds out?
Panic, basically, and, you know. But then, you know what? Here's one of the things I like about her. She always rises to the occasion. She gets over and gets through anything. She's a real survivor. She's actually a really strong person.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we know the news about Steve Burton leaving. So, how do you feel about losing your TV husband right now?
Well, you know, I've been there a long time. I've had a lot of my favorite people come and go over the years. Many of my girlfriends who are here tonight, I met them because they played a role in Young the Restless, and they've been gone for years. But, you know, you remain friends with people outside of the show. So, you know, it's not like I'll never see Steve again.
Yeah, you can always drop by his restaurant in Nashville, right?
I'm sure I will.
Yeah. Well, cool. I love
Sharon
your work with
does
Stacey
the
Haydock Crazy Eyes later for us, and you guys can catch that on our Facebook page or on the AfterBuzz TV website. But we're running a little short on time here, and I really did want to get some phone calls in. So before we go to our next interview, let's give you guys the number. It is 424-253-0749. Be sure to call in and tell us what your favorite moment was in the last 30 years that CBS Daytime has been #1, since I was only alive for 28 of them. And I love some of the comments we've got in the chat, like, does Peter come with the car from Giselle Erickson?
That was hilarious.
And Heidi's like, I wish.
I bet she wishes too. Yeah, definitely call in, guys. We want to chat with you guys. We have a couple minutes left, so yeah.
Yeah, and I guess until we get those phone calls, we'll start playing Elizabeth Hendrickson's interview here.
love
Because,
her.
she talked to me forever because Greg Rickard and Rebecca Budding from GH comes in later. It's so funny. They're all very close. Restless with me, guys, and I know you guys have so many Chloe questions, as do I. What is Chloe's deal? Did she blow up Adam or not? I love her face in this one.
She's like, yes, you did. I really don't think she did. I don't think she did. The funny thing is that I really don't know.
I hope she didn't because I want to keep Chloe on the show. You and Kevin are so cute together.
That's what I didn't understand. When it was kind of insinuated that I possibly could, I was like, this is more than a 6-month contract, I know. So I don't think that she did. I think they just left it open-ended. You know, it's really just because Justin, no one wants to say it, but Justin Hurtley got a job on NBC, and he's killing it. And we didn't know if he was going to get picked up for another 8 episodes, and now he did. So I'm sure, you know, maybe he will pop up somewhere. But I don't think that Chloe did it. I think she was just the wrong place in the wrong time, and she just wanted to put him to sleep for a little bit. You know, when she shot him with a tranquilizer. Unfortunately, there was that one line that I had to say, which is, you know, I'm gonna watch you die. But
She's so
and
adorable.
I love Chloe, and I love that you and Chelsea have this sitcom relationship. If you guys were to be a sitcom, which one would you be?
Ooh, that's a good question. We are a good sitcom.
She's, like,
You know,
thinking
honestly,
about it.
when we work together, that's just how we are as friends. So it's just really easy. Oh gosh, I don't know. Would we be like a Laverne and Shirley?
Laverne and Shirley.
I'm thinking Laverne and Shirley because it's really fun.
Yeah, definitely. And then we get to do like a little like fun like song and dance, which is totally us. So I'm gonna go with Laverne. I wonder what she's gonna say.
That would be funny because I'd love to hear Melissa's take, but I think she's already been through here. So let's talk about your baby. Who do you think the dad is, Kevin or Billy?
I mean, I don't know, believe it or not, because they won't tell me.
I know, see guys,
which is
even
really
they
silly
don't
because
know.
Chloe knows who the father is, so I should know as an actress. But it's kind of fun because I go back and forth. I don't know. Last week I thought it was Kevin, and this week I think it's Billy. So it'll be as much a surprise for me as it is for the viewers, which I'm kind of excited about. I almost want it to be Billy just because Billy and Chloe haven't had a lot of interaction in the past, 5 years. So I think that would be fun. But I also love working with Greg, and I love Kevin and Chloe together. So I will really be happy with either one. And also, Billy has like a lot of kids.
All right, guys,
Can't be
since
Billy, 'cause he has
we're
so
not
many
getting
kids.
any phone calls yet, let's head into our next clip with Kate Linder, because Greg does come in a little bit later, but you will find that on our Facebook page.
Yay.
But I do ask Kate Linder, who's played Esther for over 30 years, about her favorite moment on the show. Of course it involves... Oh, wait, we do have a phone call.
Yay!
All right. You are here on Restless Wrap-Up. Who are you and where are you calling from?
Well, my name is Judy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a
It's
repeat
Mom again.
caller.
Yeah.
She's our favorite caller. I feel like she's going to be a guest caller every week.
I know, and as I say, you can come on the show anytime. I'd love to have you, Judy, and so I can actually meet you in person.
That's very sweet.
You will look
I
great.
just want to, since I'm a repeater, I want to tell the writers again how boring Lily is.
Oh my God.
I know, I want so much more for Lily because I love Crystal, but yeah, give her a story.
Seriously, all she does is just walk up to people and just start trouble.
Starts trouble.
She has nothing else to do.
Yeah, she really does. She does need a storyline, and her picking on Hillary is getting old. It's because it's making her character so unlikable. And I feel like Lily is a good person, and she's so supportive with Kane, but they're just painting her to be such like a vindictive, mean girl.
And that's not Lily, yeah.
No.
No, that's not Lily.
Yeah. So, Judy, what
No.
is your favorite moment in the past 30 years since CBS Daytime has been #1?
And she's been
I
watching
was
The
just
Young and the
gonna say, I
Restless.
remember when Drew was her mother. That I've been watching for so long.
And Victoria
I've been watching before you kids were born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were watching in the hospital bed when you're about to have me, right?
Well, duh.
She wouldn't miss an episode.
I was watching it when I had you.
Yeah. There you
That's what took my mind off of it.
That's
I'll tell you what, this week, I teared up a couple times. Victor with Adam, Victor at Delia's accident site.
Yeah, Eric Braden
I teared
had
up.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, it got to me. I don't know if I was thinking on like a personal level or just that it was just like good acting.
Oh, amazing.
I mean,
Yeah.
You know, they sometimes...
I forgot I was watching a soap opera for a while there. Billy was excellent when he was at Brash and Sassy telling Victoria what a screw-up he is.
Oh, I love that. I love Billy, though, especially with Jason in
Great
the role.
acting.
Yeah.
Judy, what would you... Mom. I'm sorry, I call her. She hates when I call her, but Mom.
Yeah.
What would you think about Billy Miller coming back as Billy, or do you like Jason Thompson?
I love Jason. I don't think Billy's going to come back.
I don't think he will either. I love Jason in the role. That's part of the reasons it's keeping me pulled in, because he was so good on General Hospital, and now they're really using him here.
Yeah, there's a reason people leave. And when you leave, you shouldn't go back. You can't go home.
Yeah. Although
You
Bon
can't go
Jovi
back.
says you can.
Even though Bon Jovi says you
Yeah,
can't.
that's true. They can write anything they want. They have creative license to do whatever they want.
This is true, and they take full advantage of that in Genoa City.
Exactly. And I love and Patty. Oh, she does crazy so good. I thought I did crazy good. She does crazy better than I do.
That's awesome. Do you have any final thoughts, Judy, before we start to wrap?
No, do you have to?
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate. I'm like,
No, these are my final thoughts. Drive safely.
Thank you.
There she goes again.
Drive safely. And I will see you girls next week, or I will talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you so much for calling again, Judy.
All right. Great show.
We love you, Mom.
Bye.
We love you too. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, we have to wrap, but final thoughts is Nat is coming back. I talked to Mara McCaffrey. You guys can find that on AfterBuzz TV, as well as our Facebook page, Restless Wrap Up. Or tweet me, do whatever you want. I'm at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet, since there is only one, if you want to hear more about this, since we had to wrap so quickly. And Abby, where can they keep up the conversation with you?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you would love to keep in touch with me, you can follow me at Abby Scott1 below. I would love to hear from all of you. And thanks for always tuning in. Lacretia and I adore all of you. And thanks for everyone in the chat room. Gisela, Heidi, everyone. You guys are amazing.
Thank you, guys, and have a great week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.